August is right around the corner, everybody, and you know what that means: more video games. So in today's video, I'm going to go over 16 games coming to the Nintendo Switch in August 2020 that I think deserve your attention. Let's get into it. First game on the list is Skully, releasing on August 4th digitally and physically for $29.99. In Skully, you play as a skull that has been given life from a deity named Skully as you wash up on a strange island and set out on an adventure to save the island. You will roll and jump your way around the island as you avoid obstacles, and you will have the ability to transform into 3 different forms for fighting against enemies and facing challenges across the island. In Skully, there are 18 levels across 7 different biomes, each with their own challenges. The story features full voice acting and cutscenes as well. I have to admit, this game looks pretty fun and seems right up my alley, so I may pick it up physically. So get ready to roll yourself to victory when Skully releases on August 4th. On August 6th, digitally only for $14.99, is a game called Aery Broken Memories. In Aery Broken Memories, you go into the brain of someone who is in a coma so that you can pull them out of it, and while in their mind, you take the form of a bird as you navigate their mindscape. You are tasked with finding memory shards so that you can learn more about that person and get to new parts of their mind. You will fly through gorgeous environments as you work to save this person from their coma. This is a very pretty game and seems like it has a fairly unique premise, and the aspect of flying around in these beautiful environments had me intrigued. So prepare to spread your wings and fly when Aery Broken Memories releases on August 6th. Also on August 6th, digitally only for $14.99, is a game called Clan N. Clan N is a hack and slash beat 'em up where you take on the role of one of 4 characters and go on an epic journey to bring peace to the land. Clan N will remind you of classic arcade hack and slash games with modern beat 'em up game mechanics thrown in. The game is fast and you will need to block, dodge, and alternate between light, heavy, and special attacks to survive. There are 7 different levels packed full of enemies with mid-bosses and final bosses in each level, as well as mini-games thrown in for good measure. Each of the 4 characters use different weapons such as a staff and dual swords, and each character has their own unique magical ability. The game also features local and online co-op for up to 4 players. I love the pixel art graphics in Clan N, and honestly it looks like a fun and solid game. So grab some friends to play this epic hack and slash adventure when Clan N releases on August 6th. Again on August 6th, releasing digitally only for $14.99 is Swimsanity. Swimsanity is a 4-player multiplayer underwater shooter. In this co-op action game, you can play the co-op mode or the versus mode, both online and local. You will use a ton of different weapons and power-ups to work together as a team in adventure mode or to battle it out in competitive matches. There are 8 different game modes, all of which can be played multiplayer, and over 150 challenges between all the modes. I have to say, from what I have seen, Swimsanity looks like a blast and looks to be filled with content as well. I also like the art style, and games like this appeal to me because I often have company, and it's nice to have a game like this to bust out and have a blast with. So grab some friends and family and get ready for some insanity when Swimsanity releases on August 6th. See what I did there? Yet again on August 6th is a very strange looking game called Drink More Glurp, releasing digitally only for $19.99. Drink More Glurp is a physics-based game where you take on the role of aliens with long noodle-like legs and use joysticks to control their legs as you compete in a series of silly sports. Drink More Glurp features local party multiplayer matches for 2 to 20 players, although I'm not sure how the hell that works unless it's just a pass the controller kind of deal. There are thousands of events and sponsor combinations along with single-player challenge mode. This looks like a really bizarre game and looks like a great time for a group of friends and family, especially for a good laugh. So get ready for some silly physics-based multiplayer party action when Drink More Glurp releases on August 6th. And yet another game on August 6th, releasing digitally only for $24.99, is Instant Sports Summer Games. Instant Sports Summer Games is a sports compilation package similar to games like Wii Sports. There looks to be 11 different sports, which include relay race, high jump, javelin throw, triple jump, archery, tennis, hurdle race, soccer, baseball, rafting, and bowling. All of these sports can be played single player or local multiplayer with up to 8 people. The controls look to be Joy-Con motion controls. I'm not sure if the game will offer traditional controls or not. And games like this can honestly go either way. It could be absolute crap garbage, or it could be pretty fun and solid game. Either way, I recommend waiting for a few reviews just to be safe. But you can enjoy this Wii Sports-like game when Instant Sports Summer Games releases on August 6th. Next up on August 13th, releasing digitally only for $14.99 is a game called Boomerang Foo. Are you looking for some crazy multiplayer party game mayhem for up to 6 players? Then look no further than Boomerang Foo. In Boomerang Foo, you and up to 5 other players will battle it out with boomerangs and insane power-ups with physics-based combat. There are fun power-ups like the explosive boomerang, telekinesis, and disguises to surprise your enemies. There are only 3 buttons in this game, so it's very simple to pick up and play but difficult to master. There are over 30 different arenas to battle it out in, each packed full of traps and unique items as well as obstacles to overcome and use against your enemies. If you don't have enough people to fill out all 6 players, you can add enemy AI, and you can also customize the rules to your liking for each match. This game looks like a blast and a hilarious time, and I can't wait to get a group over to try it out. So get ready for some silly and fun multiplayer mayhem when Boomerang Foo releases on August 13th. Also on August 13th, releasing digitally only for $14.99 is the Ambassador Fractured Timelines. The Ambassador Fractured Timelines is a twin-stick shooter with a fantasy theme where you also have the ability to stop time. You take on the role of Gregor from the Eternal Fellowship, and you set out to find out who destroyed the capital city and try to fix it. The Ambassador is a fast-paced game in a huge world full of fortresses, mountains, forests, and more as you navigate 5 environments across 2 timelines in 55 action-packed levels. As you progress, you will gain weapons, magic trinkets, and armor, as well as try to collect all 20 hidden journals. Once you beat the game, you will also unlock a difficult horde mode, and the main campaign has several difficulty settings. You can enjoy some twin-stick shooting and time-stopping action when the Ambassador Fractured Timelines releases on August 13th. Also on August 13th, releasing digitally only for $19.99 is a game called Feria. Feria is a strategy collectible card game where you play on a living board. You will build your deck of cards and manipulate the battlefield in epic battles where you create your own path to victory. There is over 100 hours of solo gameplay, co-op missions, and even puzzles as you play through several challenges and gain awards along the way. You can also play against enemy AI or pit your deck against a human opponent in PvP. Now, I'm a big fan of card and board games, especially games where you get to build a deck, so Feria is definitely on my radar. So get ready for some virtual tabletop and board gaming action when Feria releases on August 13th. Also on August 13th is a game called Bite the Bullet, and I wasn't able to locate a price, so if you know the price for Bite the Bullet, let me know that in the description down below. Also, let me know if it's going to get a physical version. Bite the Bullet is a roguelite RPG shooter where you run and gun, but you also eat your enemies and bullets, which will power up your character, weapons, and abilities. You will fight a ton of enemies such as zombies, robots, and huge bosses, and once you wear them down, you can eat their dead bodies. Yeah, I know, it's pretty grotesque. You will unlock new abilities and special attacks, and there are 4 character classes and a skill tree to work through. Bite the Bullet sort of looks like Metal Slug with a twist, and I have to say, the game looks fun as hell. So I hope you're hungry for some run and gun action when Bite the Bullet releases on August 13th. Coming on August 18th is a game called Helheim Hassle, and again, I wasn't able to locate a price, so if you know that, or if it gets a physical version, let me know that in the comments down below. Helheim Hassle is a puzzle platformer adventure game from the developers of Manual Samuel, and it is set in the same universe as well. You must make your way through difficult levels and solve puzzles on a quest to retrieve a magical item. There are 14 huge levels with more than 90 puzzles and over 80 characters to interact with. The game features 1,700 lines of voice dialogue from 24 different voice actors. Now, I played the other game from this developer, Manual Samuel, and it was a very bizarre game with some unique ideas, and it had its fair share of quirky charm. I expect Helheim Hassle to be very similar and equally quirky. So prepare for a strange and quirky puzzle platformer when Helheim Hassle releases on August 18th. Next up on August 20th is a budget title on the list, releasing digitally only for $4.99, and that game is Ellipsis. Ellipsis is a minimalistic retro-style action puzzle game where you move around in levels trying to avoid enemies and obstacles. You will need to dodge and evade as you explore and get the hang of each level and find all of the secrets. There are 8 worlds with over 120 levels, each being a unique experience. I like the looks of this game with the simple yet striking art style and the simplistic gameplay that actually looks fun. For a budget title, this might be a nice game to pick up and play. And you can enjoy this really cool looking minimalistic game when Ellipsis releases on August 20th. Next up on August 21st, releasing digitally only for $39.99 is Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. That's right, a new game based off the very popular Samurai Jack cartoon is coming soon. Now, I've never seen the cartoon, and I don't really know much about it other than it is supposed to be really good, but this game also looks pretty legit. It's an action platforming game where you journey through time and space as Samurai Jack. The combat looks really fun and seems to pack a punch as you wield over 12 different weapons and get more powerful with new skills as time goes on. I might need to watch the show first before I play this game, but it definitely has my interest. So Samurai Jack fans, prepare to be excited when Samurai Jack Battle Through Time releases on August 21st. Next up on August 27th is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered. I wasn't able to locate a price or if it's getting a physical edition, so if you know that, let me know in the comments down below. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered is, well, it's a remastered version of Crystal Chronicles from the GameCube with a ton of added features. Crystal Chronicles is an action RPG where you and up to 3 other friends set out to maintain the crystal that protects the land and people. It is a fantastic co-op experience that requires the players to choose their classes and work together as a team. Some of the new features include online multiplayer with up to 4 people, upgraded HD visuals, new added content, and improved audio, and even cross-play between platforms. And you can experience this modern reimagining of a GameCube classic when Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered releases on August 27th. On August 28th, releasing digitally and physically for $29.99 is a game called Nexomon Extinction. Looks like we have another Pokemon clone on our hands, which may not be a bad thing, honestly. Nexomon Extinction features tall grass just like Pokemon, and you will be able to find, tame, and evolve over 300 creatures called Nexomon in this 2D adventure full of awesome chiptunes as well. You will battle wild Nexomon as well as tamers, which are just like trainers in Pokemon, and it even features 11 different elemental types to learn about for battle. There's a huge world to explore full of several different regions and a ton of secrets. The world is full of strange characters to interact with, and you will also have a companion on your adventure. If this game can at all capture the feeling and quality of Pokemon, then it may end up being a massive success if it can grab even just a fraction of the Pokemon audience. So Pokemon fans, make sure you pay attention to this one when Nexomon Extinction releases on August 28th. And the last game on today's list, also releasing on August 28th, digitally only for $29.99, is a game called Windbound. Windbound is a beautiful and awesome looking Zelda-like game with survival elements, and it is really giving me some Breath of the Wild vibes, which is not a bad thing at all. In Windbound, you are shipwrecked and alone on a mysterious island that you have to explore and travel to seize in order to stay alive. In the beginning, you have no supplies at all, and you will have to craft tools and weapons as you hunt and try to survive. As you explore, you will uncover ruins with secrets that will begin to reveal a mystery. As you progress, you will be able to craft a ton of different weapons and tools for hunting, and also upgrading your boat so that you can explore the sea for more resources. Windbound has me very intrigued, and I love the art style, and it's being published by Deep Silver, and they don't typically publish bad games, so I have a pretty good feeling about this one. So you will be able to explore and survive in this gorgeous Breath of the Wild-like survival game when Windbound releases on August 28th. Well, there you have it, folks. 16 games coming out on the Nintendo Switch in August 2020 that I think deserve your attention. Now, inevitably, just like every time I make this video, there's going to be a hell of a lot more games coming out in August. Probably some pretty big titles as well. Maybe even a first-party title, maybe even some third-party titles. It always happens. I'll make the video and then we'll just get a slew of titles, which is not a bad thing. But the games coming out in August that we know of so far that I'm the most excited for would be Windbound, Skully, and Bite the Bullet. But I want to know in the comments down below what games coming out in August for the Nintendo Switch you're most excited for, and also let me know in the comments down below if there are any games that I missed, even if they were announced after I made this video. As always, folks, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe so that you can join the RetroWolf family, and stay safe out there, keep playing games and having a good time, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.